Ask anyone to pick a superpower, and the clever ones always land on the same answer. Not flight, not invisibility, teleportation, blink, and you're anywhere. No traffic, no airports, no waiting in line for the rest of your life. The perfect power. And they're right about one thing: nothing would change your life faster. They're just wrong about which direction. Because there are two versions of teleportation, the one the movies sell you and the one the universe actually allows. This is your life with both. It starts the way every good superpower does. By accident. You're lying in bed, the alarm screaming from across the room, and you think, just for a second, I wish that thing was already off. And then you're standing at the dresser. The alarm is silent in your hand. The warmth of the bed you were just in is already fading behind you. You think of the kitchen. Blink, you're in the kitchen. You think of coffee. Blink, it's in your hand, still hot, no walking, no waiting. The gap between wanting something and having it just closed. By noon, you've worked out the rules. Your rules, anyway. You don't drive anymore? Why would you? The commute that ate an hour of every single day is gone. You picture your desk, and you're at your desk, stuck in a meeting that won't end. You're back home before the door clicks shut. And you're never in a rush again. Why leave early when you can leave at the very last possible second? A flight boarding in 2 minutes on the far side of the city. You walk out your door with time to spare and step straight into your seat. Late stops being a word that applies to you. And then you get bold. You've always wanted to see Paris, so you picture it. The tower, the river, the little cafes you've only ever seen in photos, and you go. Lunch under the Eiffel Tower, dinner in Tokyo. You watch the sun set twice in one day, on 2 different continents, just because you can. The whole planet shrinks down to the size of a thought. And it isn't only convenience, it's safety. A car runs the red light, headlights swelling, and you're already on the far sidewalk watching it pass through the space where you used to be. You can't be trapped, you can't be cornered, you can't be caught. Falling, blink to the ground. Drowning, blink to the shore. For the first time in your life, nothing in the world can lay a hand on you. And it goes further than dodging cars. Locked doors stop meaning anything. Walls stop meaning anything. You could stand in any room on earth, take whatever you wanted, and be back in your own bed before the alarm finished its first ring. And if anyone ever pointed a finger, if they somehow dragged you into a courtroom, you'd hold the only perfect alibi in human history. You can prove you were 1,000 miles away, because 1,000 miles away is exactly where you vanish the second they ask. No lock holds you. No cell keeps you. No jury pins a single thing on you. You live, for the first time, completely above the rules everyone else has to follow. People dream about flying. Flying is slow. You got the one power that makes every other power look like a downgrade. This is the best life anyone has ever lived. And every second of it is a lie. That's teleportation the way we imagine it. Clean, instant, free. But the universe charges for everything, and it does not take excuses. So let's run that perfect day again. The exact same blinks. The exact same moments. Except this time, physics gets a vote. Watch what really happens. Start with the coffee. You picture the kitchen, and you arrive into a space that is already full. Air. The spot you blink into isn't empty. It's packed with billions of molecules, and now they have nowhere to go because you are standing exactly where they are. 2 things cannot share the same place, so the air is shoved aside, in a fraction of a second. The gentle version is a deafening crack every time you move, your own personal thunderclap. The not-so-gentle version is the air that doesn't get out of the way in time, ending up inside you, a bubble in your blood. It's the thing every deep-sea diver is taught to fear. You didn't even make it to the coffee. But say you survive your own kitchen. Now go to Paris. Here's what nobody pictures. Right now, sitting perfectly still, you are not still at all. The earth is spinning beneath you at roughly 1,000 miles an hour. It's also racing around the sun at 67,000 miles an hour. You're carried along with all of it, so smoothly you never feel a thing, like someone asleep in the seat of a plane. Teleport to Paris though, and Paris sits on a different curve of that spinning globe, moving a different direction at a different speed. You arrive still carrying the motion you had back home. The ground there is sweeping the other way at 1,000 miles an hour. You don't land in Paris. You hit it, at the speed of a bullet, sideways. There's nothing left to order lunch. Fine, forget the open sky. Maybe you only teleport somewhere safe. Underground, a basement, a vault, no car can ever reach. But you can only aim at a place you can picture. And you cannot picture exactly what's hidden inside a wall, or under 6 feet of soil, or deep in solid rock. So you arrive there, and the rock arrives in you. Your body and the stone try to occupy the same space, and neither one is allowed to win. There is no blinking out of that. The escape that made you untouchable is the thing that seals you inside the planet. But here's the part that should keep you up at night. Forget the air, forget the speed, forget the rock. Pretend we solved every one of them. That we built a real teleporter, the kind scientists are genuinely working on right now. We have, in a way. It's called quantum teleportation. It is real, and it works. But underneath it sits a law called the no cloning theorem, and it is brutally simple. You cannot copy something perfectly without destroying the original. To send you across the room, the machine has to read every single particle of you, and the act of reading you completely takes you apart. Then, at the other end, it builds a flawless copy, atom for atom, memory for memory. That copy steps out, stretches, reaches for the coffee, and thinks, it worked. I'm here. But it isn't you. It's a brand new person who only remembers being you. The original, the one who stepped in, is already gone, erased the instant the scan was finished. And that forces a question you can't unask. If you are taken apart atom by atom, and a flawless version is rebuilt from brand new material somewhere else, is that still you? Or is it a stranger wearing your memories, certain it has always been you, while the real you simply stopped? Nothing can tell the two apart. The copy passes every test there is. Your face, your voice, every memory you've ever made, every fear, every plan for tomorrow. To everyone around it, and to itself, the line of your life looks unbroken. But feeling continuous and being continuous are not the same thing. The teleporter never carries you across the gap. It builds a new person on the far side, hands them your entire life, and quietly lets the old you fall away. Now go back to this morning. The very first blink. Lying in bed, wishing the alarm off. The you that made that wish never stood at the dresser. That you ended in the bed. A copy finished the thought. And that copy lasted exactly until the next blink, when it too was unmade and replaced. The kitchen, Paris, the sidewalk. A chain of strangers. Each one alive for a few seconds, each one certain it was you, each one quietly erased and rebuilt the moment it wished to be somewhere else. You didn't have the best day of your life, you had the shortest, about a dozen of them, back to back. And that perfect alibi, the one that put you above the wall, it was true the entire time. You really weren't the one who did any of it. That person was already gone. That's the cruel joke buried inside the perfect power. Teleportation doesn't move you. It ends you, politely, painlessly, and sends someone who feels like you to take your place, over and over. So smoothly that no one, not even them, ever notices the switch. Everyone asks for it because they picture arriving. Nobody pictures the part where they leave. So the next time someone tells you teleportation is the best power to have, ask them which version they mean. The one where the whole world gets smaller, or the one where you do. There's a new story to live every single week. So subscribe and tap the bell so you'll never miss one.